Hi Henry, do you want to go through a couple of questions from your homework? I know your mum just said that you were struggling a little bit with it. So these are the first three questions for your homework. I'll just go through on how to do it. So the first question is 6 and 8 ninths times 12 and a half. So step number one, we need to change them to improper fractions. So to do that, if you remember, we do the denominator times a whole number, which 6 times 9 is 54. And then we add it to the tops, which would be 62. So now that is 62 over 9. And we do the same thing with 12 and a half. So we do 2 times 12, which is 24. Add the 1 is 25. So we've got 25 over 2. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to get both of these numbers. Now all we need to do is we put them back together into a sum. Now, because we're times in, we just times straight across. So we do 9 times 2, and we do 62 times 25. So 9 times 2 is 18. We can do that relatively easy. But for 62 times 25, we will have to do column multiplication. So we do 5 times 2, which is 10. 5 times 6, which is 30. Add the 1 on is 31. Put a 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. Add them together. Excuse me, which would give us 1,550. Now, the last step that we need to do is we now need to divide this so that we get a mixed number back. So all we're going to do is 1,500 divided by 18. Now remember, if you need to write your 18s out so that it does make it a little bit easier. So 18 into 1 doesn't go, 18 into 15 doesn't go, 18 into 155. So if I did my 18 times tables, then I know 18, 36, 54, 72, 90. So I need to keep going because I need to get to 155. 108, 126, 144, and that's the closest that I can get. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And then if I take them away, I've got 11 left over. So then it's how many 18s into 110. The closest I can get would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And I've got remainder 2. So my answer would be 86 wholes, and then the 2 remaining goes over the original denominator, which here is 18. So it'd be 86 and 2 18s. I know there's a lot that you need to do, but if you follow the strategy, it is quite easier. So for the next one, we do the same thing. So step number 1, we change them into improper fractions. So we do 6 times 4, which is 24. Add to the top, which is 27. So 27 over 6. Do the same with 11 and 7 twelfths. So we do 11 times 12, which is 132. 132 add 7 is 139 over 12. So now I've got 27 sixths times 139 twelfths. So now I just times them straight across. So 6 times 12 is 72. And then I need to do 136 times 27. So 136 times 27. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21. Add the 4 on is 25. 7 times 1 is 7. Add the 2 is 9. Always put my 0. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6. Add the 1 is 7. 2 times 1 is 2. Add them all up. And I've got 3,672. 72. Now, the last thing that I need to do is I do need to divide them now. So I do 72 and 3,672. Now, same one with this one. If you need to use do your times tables, then do them. I would probably say do them whilst you're doing your division. So for this one, 72 doesn't go into 36, so it's 72 into 367. So if I do my 72s, So all I'm doing is I'm doing my 2's times tables and then my 7's next door. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 14, 21. Now, once we get to this point, because you're carrying one over, all I do is I put a 0, I do 28 add 1, which is 29, and then 29 add 7, which is 36. So this is the closest we can get, which is 5 times, and you've got 7 left over. 72 into 72 goes once. So your answer is just 51, because there's nothing left over. So it's just 51 holes. And then for the last one, this one is a little bit easier. So 3 and 3/6, I do 6 times 3, which is 18, added to the top, which is 21 over 6. And then for 1 and 1/3, I do 3 times 1, which is 3, add to the top, which is 4. So it's 4/3. And then I do 21 over 6 times 4/3. So I just times them straight across. So I do 6 times 3, which is 18, and 21 times 4. So if you need to do your times, if you need to write it out, do it. For this one, I know that it's going to be 84. And then the last thing that we need to do is we need to change it back into a mixed number. So I need to do 84 divided by 18. Now for this one, you will have to just do your 18s until you get there, basically. So 36, 54, we did do as 18s earlier, I think. Here they are. So we need to get to 84. So the closest we could get was 72, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then we can take away 72 to find out what we've got left over, which is 12. So the remainder is 12. So our answer is 4, and the original denominator is 18. So it's 4 and 12 18ths. Have a go with them. If there's any issues, just let me know and we can always go through them in the next session. Thank you.